What's up, y'all? I'm back making a video on my $600 XR150. She runs great and she's about to start right up. Probably not, but we'll try. Yeah, she's stumbling a little bit. I'm gonna turn the choke on. I'm gonna let her warm up. These things do take a second to get running because it's carbureted. So, alright. Never mind. When it's like 80 degrees, it fires up first try. You don't even got to do any of this. I'm going to have to take a break on the mini bikes. I actually got pulled over on this one, and they gave me a warning, luckily. Luckily, they let me drive home. And I got extremely lucky that day because, you know, I have no insurance, no license plate, no light. It's a very illegal bike. So I'm going to have to slow down on riding those for a little while. I am going to continue working on them because I do have an exhaust for my other bike that I'm building in there, which I will show you in a second. The homie actually blew this motor up. So it had the stock 196 and now it's got a Hemi Predator 212 in it, and it is so much faster. So much faster. Even with the stock carburetor, it has still got the governor in it, and it runs about 35 miles an hour, which is pretty good. And the acceleration is insane on this thing now. So here's my other bikes. This one, I am putting a billet rod and a billet flywheel in it and a flat top piston, and this thing will be golden. I can ride this at wide open throttle for as long as I want. And this one right here is my Monster Moto 80. I took the 80cc off of it, and that is actually a 196. It is a stock motor that came off of this bike, and I ended up swapping it over on this one. I got this frame for like 150 bucks. It was kind of rusted. So I'm actually waiting for the exhaust on this bike, as you can tell. And I actually got a trumpet exhaust that'll come right under the seat. This is a fun little bike. As you can see, I got a giant sprocket on it. It's a 62 sprocket. This thing goes 45 miles an hour and it does wheelies off the line like crazy. It is insanely torquey. It's a very fun bike, and I actually, like I said, I built this whole thing myself. Everything on this bike is brand new, literally except the tires and fenders. So I put new grips on it and a new throttle, new kill switch, new paint, which doesn't look that good, but we're not going to talk about that. And I put this chain guard on it so I didn't mess up my leg on the clutch. I got the VM22 carburetor, the engine obviously, new brakes, new sprocket like I said, and this bike has just been basically rebuilt. And this is my dad's bike. I actually bought this for my dad. I got it around Christmas time, and he put a little stage 1 kit on it, as you can tell. It's pretty nice. It goes about 35, and he actually bypassed the governor. It still has the governor in it, but it's bypassed. I'm debating on selling them, sadly, since I got pulled over, because you obviously cannot get these bikes registered or legal in any way, shape, or form in the state of Virginia, from what I know. And I don't want to get in any more trouble. It's not worth it, to be honest. I'd rather just buy a fast bike and go fast legally. I'm definitely not selling this one or that red one. If I was to sell them, it would be these two. I just really love them, and I just don't want to get rid of them, but I might have to one day. Anyways, enough yapping. It's time to get to the ride. As you can see, she's all warmed up now. She's not cutting out, so she's ready to go. I have got a little more practice since my last video, so no crashing for me and no off-roading. Let's put her in first. See, as you can see, I have gotten way better at my clutch control, but hopefully I can stay being good at it. Hopefully I don't stall this video, and hopefully I'm safe. So let's go, and let's not get pulled over as well. It's a little cold out here today. I always pick the coldest days to record. I don't really know why, but I always do. But I guess I like cold days more than hot days because I hate sweating. Who doesn't? So I actually got pulled over literally around the corner from my house. I got pulled over right down the street, actually going down there. About to go chill in the parking lot and just have some fun, you know. But that did not go as planned. I forgot to put my strap on. Pause. See if I can get it with no hands real quick. Oh. Got it. See, my downshifts are a lot smoother than they were. I'm just trying to move up to a bigger bike, you know. Like I said, I've been saying a CBR 500, but I did a little bit more research. Even though I do love my Hondas, I'm really debating on getting a Ninja 500 because they are a little bit lighter You got a little bit more acceleration, and it got a tiny bit more top speed, simply just from the fact about it being lighter. And I feel like a lighter bike would be a little easier to control, even though it's only like a 50-pound difference. I just think it would be easier to hold up, you know, let's say 250 pounds compared to 300 pounds. They also have more colors. I don't like the Grand Prix red that Honda uses, because it's literally like the only color that they make for the CBR 500R. I kind of wanted a black bike, or maybe a different color. I'm just not a big fan of the red, really. But I'm just not really a big fan of the red. I think I'm actually going to try and get a black Ninja 500. I'm still debating on if I should get it from the dealership or marketplace. But if I get it from marketplace, man, I might as well just get a 600 at that point. You know what I mean? Might as well. It would be nice to have the luxury of buying a motorcycle from the dealership that's had absolutely no maintenance done to it, absolutely no problems, brand new off the lot. You don't got to worry about it for a while. That's kind of what I like, because, you know, when you get something off of Facebook Marketplace, you don't know what you're buying. It's very skeptical, you know. I'm actually going to show you how good the suspension really is. I'm going to go over like 10 railroad tracks right now. Whew. See, this thing handles great. Can barely even feel that. I love this bike though. Like I said, this is just my training bike to get me worked up to a bigger bike. But the Navi is actually going to be the bike I'm going to get my license on, because it's an automatic, you know, just be easier just to pass the course. See how cold it is out here, guys? You can see the smoke coming from his exhaust. It's like 40 degrees out here, but like I always say in my videos, I love riding. Pause. So if you watch my other videos, as you can tell, I am kind of taking a different route today, because I'm trying to keep things new, keep things fresh. You know, I don't really have many places to go on this thing, because, you know, don't tell anybody, but I still do not. Oh, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. There's cops over there. Like I said, I just got a warning on the mini bike for not being legal. And I mean, I have registration and everything on this, but I do not have my motorcycle license, so they can get me. I just hope he pulls out before I go, hopefully. There's like 3 or 4 of them over there. I don't know if that Charger's an undercover, unless he's the culprit. Oh boy. Let's see how this goes. I hope I don't get pulled over. I mean, like I said, I literally just got a warning. It has been 2 days since I've gotten that warning. Okay, he's pulling out. Dude, they're all leaving now, dude. We gotta hurry up. Come on, light. Bye-bye, copper. Oh, that's 1 down, 2 to go. Hopefully they don't mess with me. I think I'm actually gonna go right. When I turn right, this is technically gonna be the farthest I have ever been on my motorcycles. You know, I try to just stick in the area, because like I said, I don't have my license. I just have my permit for now. Hopefully I stay safe and out of trouble. We are full throttle, guys. Oh yeah, that's some speed right there, baby. Not really, this thing's pretty slow. Oh my god, that dude just caught some air on this thing. Oh my god, them Chrysler drivers, man, they just don't care. This is one of the nicest V6 Mustangs in this area right here, with the red rims. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the red rims, but boy, I raced that one in my Mustang, which is also a V6. Boy, he smoked my ass. He's got a tune, headers, all that stuff. That car is so loud, and it is so nice. And he's quick too, man. And I used to always go to that library right there as well. And we were able to get like 5 books at a time or something. And boy, I would just get like Captain Underpants, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, all the easy books. We used to ride the bus to that library all the time, like every 2 weeks or something. We had to get a new book. I never read them. I was never a reader. Never was, never will be. I can't stand reading. You know, I'm the type of person, I'll read a page and then I have to reread it 10 times because I don't know what I just read. So I don't know if it's because I'm slow or I can't read. I don't know. Maybe a little bit of both. I'm gonna turn left here. I'm actually gonna go to my old school. It's been a long time since I've been there. Man, this looks completely different. I'm gonna sound like your dad right now. Man, this thing used to be nothing but fields back in my day. Like, I'm not even joking. None of these houses were here. This was just all fields right here. And there was one tree. And my dad said it was like his favorite type of tree or something because he used to climb it when he was little. I actually think they got rid of it. I've done plays at this church when I was at this school. This is actually a private school. I went to a private school for about half of my school career, I guess you could say. If it was nice outside, we'd walk to another church that's a nice bike, and we would go do chapel there. We did chapel every Friday. I think, what is that, a Skyline? Is that a R32 or R33? I can't tell. This was my elementary school. I went here from kindergarten to 5th grade. It looked a lot better when I was little. Oh, there's somebody here. I'm gonna just bust a U-turn real quick. This was the pickup line. This is where the cars would come pick us up at. Right through there. Wow, somebody painted a dick on it. That's wonderful. You know, it kind of sucks seeing stuff like that. It's like, why is that funny? So we are now getting on the main road up here. This is a main road. A little nervous. I've never been down a busy road like this on the bike yet, but I'll be okay. I actually used to work here at Affordable Transmission. See, look, they got a little drag car on top. I used to work there. I worked there for like 2 weeks part-time because it was absolutely horrible. Only thing they had me do was clean the entire day. That's all I did, was clean all day long. That shop was an absolute mess, and I hated it. And it was like 100 degrees outside, and all I'm doing is moving giant metal, giant parts, and all this other stuff, and I'm not actually learning anything. So I said, school's starting soon, I'm quitting, and I stopped working there. So that was an experience for sure. But now I've got 3 years of mechanical experience at another place, and they were just as bad as well. The wind right now is horrible because this bike does not have very good wind protection at all. That is one thing I do not like about this bike, because I am doing 50 miles an hour right now, and I am not slowing down for 30 up here. I'm wide open in 5th gear. I just want to pass this guy real quick. Pushing 55. Man, this is definitely the busiest road I have ever been on any of my motorcycles, because the mini bike can't come out here anyways. I only stick to the neighborhood on the mini bikes. This is like my first time actually leaving the neighborhood, really. God, it smells like poop over here, y'all. Like, it smells like actual poop because of all this water. God, I love this motorcycle. It just rides so good, man. It's so easy to turn on. It's such a nice bike. I really want to get this light. Come on, stay green, please, please. But yeah, when I get that new exhaust for the mini bike, I am going to post it on my TikTok. So go follow my TikTok, and so you can see me build my mini bikes. I also post it on YouTube Shorts as well, if you see those. But I try to post everything roughly the same. I try to stay consistent on all 3 platforms: Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. But it's kind of hard sometimes, you know. You just kind of run out of things to record, you know. There just ain't nothing to do out here in Virginia besides go down to the beach, and I'm not riding this thing all the way down to the beach. Just a chill little ride. Ain't not much to really do today. I've just been in a funk ever since I've gotten pulled over, because, you know, I don't really want to ride my bikes because I don't want to get in any more trouble, you know. I already got my warning, so after this warning they could, you know, tow the bike, you know, not let me ride it home. Like I said, they were very, very cool cops, and I got extremely lucky that day. They were very respectful, and, you know, it goes both ways. You got to be respectful to them, and then they'll be respectful to you, you know. It's common sense. But they were very respectful the whole time, and he was literally like, hey, I'm not supposed to let you ride it home, but you can ride it home, okay? And I got extremely lucky. Even though I was just around the corner from my house, he did not have to let me ride it home, because if he can get in a lot of trouble for that, especially like if I get in an accident or something, he could get in a ton of trouble just for letting me ride it home. Because like I said, I have no insurance, no registration, no lights, no mirrors. It just could have been way worse, you know. But yeah, guys, like I always say, you know, I never have anybody to ride with. It kind of sucks, but I am in Virginia, so I might link up with you if you are above 18, because I am 23 as of like 2 days ago, and I'm down to ride with anybody. Like I said, as long as you're above 18, leave a comment, let me know what part of Virginia you're in. I'm more or less on the East Coast side of Virginia. I don't want to give out too much of my location and stuff, but yeah, I need more people to ride with. Let me know, y'all. And thank y'all so much for all the support. I really appreciate it. You know, one of my videos got 200,000 views on Instagram, And that is the most views I have ever gotten, and I couldn't be any more thankful for y'all. Thank you so much for it, you know. I really appreciate that. And I mean, I know y'all just scrolling and see it, but a lot of people will never see 200,000 views, you know, and I'm very grateful that I was able to. And you know, it really makes me want to keep going, and just makes me want to invest more into this stuff. Look at this slow ass Camaro going over this. Camaro's going 2 miles an hour while I'm going 25 over it. I really appreciate that, guys. You know, I got a ton of comments, people asking me to ride, and you know, they all look fairly young, I'm not gonna lie. You know, I am 23, y'all. I can't be hanging out with no youngins. You know, I'm unk compared to most of y'all. Look at this, guys. No hands, y'all. Nice little 300ZX. That thing is clean. How much you want to bet I cannot smoke this Camaro? Oh, it's a RS, so it's the real slow edition. Okay. There's a cop that's got to act casual. I am fully legal, officer. I think I'm actually going to go in front of this guy. I don't know what he's doing. I think I hit the wrong gear. I think I accidentally downshifted. That scared the shit out of me, y'all. I lost control for a second because all that power just like went to the front wheel. With all that power, just like oh my god, I almost lost control, y'all, because all that power just went straight to my front wheel. I did spin a little, not spin, but I definitely lost a little bit of control there. That definitely scared me good. I have no idea what I did wrong. I think I downshifted up in a very high gear.